If you're looking to complete the look on your Chevy, maybe you already have a custom steering wheel, a billet shifter, but we can't forget about the custom shifter boot. This one is for 99 to 07 GM trucks with the black leather and all black stitching, but it can be changed up as well. And today I'm going to be upgrading the one on my Tahoe and Silverado. So I'll go ahead and show you right here. This one's got the black leather and blue stitching to match my blue needles. I also have a aftermarket billet shifter, but it'll also work on the original one, so don't worry about that. And I did go ahead and relocate the tow haul button to the bottom, so that still works. This will be a quick and easy upgrade, and I'll have a full list of all the compatible trucks and SUVs. I'll be selling the shifter boots through my Instagram, which is Migo713, and they'll come in all black with the black stitching on the side. But if you want to go ahead and customize it, just let me know, send me a message. On today, I'll be installing the one with the blue stitching for the Tahoe and the one with the red stitching for my Silverado. This one has a little bit of blue because I have some blue needles on my cluster. I think it'll match a little bit better. But this is the original one that I made last time. It's about, I say, almost 2 years, and it looks the same as the first day. But I'll have that video linked here on top of the screen if you want to see the full install where I did the steering wheel swap and install the original shifter boot. I also changed out my shift lever to a aftermarket one for the Tahoe and the Silverado, but this one doesn't belong here, so I have to shave it to make it fit. And they do make some for these trucks, but I just went ahead and shaved it and relocated my tow haul switch at the bottom. You can see it working on and off. It's a momentary switch. At nighttime, I did hook it up to the parking lights, so it'll have a red LED. My Silverado doesn't have one, so today I'll also be hooking up another momentary switch. This one is a 16mm, but you can get them bigger or smaller. And it does have a plug and play harness, so whenever we remove the dash, we can unplug it and not have to cut any wiring. To install the new one, we'll have to remove this cover, and it's 2 pieces, but you want to check down here. You might have some screws located at the bottom. On my Tahoe, I went ahead and inserted a Phillips, but you might have something else. Just check under there. You don't want to go ahead and break this plastic, so remove the screw if you have one. Let's see if I can pull it out from here. So there it is. It's just a clip, and you want to go ahead and take that off to completely remove this. I'll leave the bottom piece on mine since I already changed out my shift lever and I don't have to remove it. But you can see I already got this one loose. It'll lift straight up. You want to be careful not to break the tabs back there. Some of them will have like small hooks. It does help to do it with 2 hands. There, it's free. My cover has straight clips in the back, but just make sure that you're not gonna break any of them so that it'll go back together and look just like factory. We'll set that to the side, and I can just go ahead and pull this one straight up. All right, there it is. And this one, like I said, it doesn't belong here, so it does touch. You want to go ahead and check out a different manufacturer. I believe that LG Billet or something like that sells them. I like to add a short 10mm nut and bolt, and that usually keeps them in place nice and secure because it doesn't belong in here. And the original screw will be like a T-Torx. Sometimes they actually are too tight, so you might have to shave it down or drill it out and replace it with a nut and bolt. It came out fully extended, but you can see there's no rips or tears, which is good. And now we can go ahead and replace it with the new one. Whenever we install it, I do like to fold it so it can look a little bit shorter and only see the stitching. I think that looks a little bit better, but you guys let me know what you think. And now I can just go ahead and slide this one on since I do have my aftermarket shifter. And if you have the original one, you might have to actually take it off or unbolt it because the head is going to be a little bit bigger, so it'll be tighter. If you can't take yours off and you want me to make you one with a little bit of a bigger opening, I also can. Just let me know before you order one. The way that I like to put it on is with this slit at the bottom, but you could put it at the top. I just think it looks cleaner without it here. I'm trying to see if I can do it one hand. I'll move the lever, should make it faster as well. All right, there it is. Now it's in, and we can just go ahead and insert it at the bottom here like the factory one. The bottom's already in, and there's the top, so we can go ahead and put on the new cover, but I'll probably go ahead and do it with 2 hands because it makes it easier. I had to kind of move the shifter lever up and down to get it to sit right, but it's on there now, and I do like the way it turned out. Let me know what you guys think. And now let's go ahead and work on the Silverado one. We're gonna change this one out and tow haul switch. The Silverado has a different aftermarket shifter. This one also doesn't belong here, but you can see it's a little bit further out, and I still have the nut and bolt. I'm actually missing the cover on this one. That's why I'm gonna go ahead and replace it today. And on the toggle switch, I'll go ahead and probably put in this area just like the Tahoe, but I'll have to remove this bezel. This one just pops right out. On the Silverado, the top cover is a little bit different. This one has the one with the hooks. It has a part that will slide in, but you can see it better at the column. On the bottom piece, there's a hook. These will break, so just be careful. This one is good, but my other side is already broken and it's missing. But the cover still goes back on. You just try not to break them off right there. To relocate the tow haul switch, it'll be inside this orange loom, and it'll have the 2 white wires inside. I had some tape on it, that's why it looks a little bit dirtier. But there you can see it's 2 white wires. I'll go ahead and splice it open, and I'll probably go ahead and get the power out of my dimmer switch because it's closer and I don't want to go ahead and pull out the radio. But you could get it off the radio. There's a dimmer and parking light wire back there as well. We only really need 2 wires to make the tow haul switch work, but I'll be hooking up 4. 2 for my LED, the power and ground. This yellow wire won't be used, and to actually do the tow haul, it's going to be the green and blue wire. The plug and play connectors labeled from the back, you can see on the red wire, it's got the positive, and our ground is going to be black. There's no label on that. The green is C for common, and blue is going to be NO or normally open. That's the 2 we're going to be using, and we can unpin or cut off NC, this yellow wire we don't need. I just pulled it off, but you can see the empty pin now. And I'll go ahead and extend my power wires for the LED. The ones for the actual tow haul, you don't have to extend because it'll be close if you're going to put it in this section. Unless you want to put it somewhere further out, then you want to go ahead and extend it as well. To extend the wiring, I'll be using my favorite open barrel crimps. I'll go ahead and slide some heat shrink on first. That way I don't forget it. Alright. And I'll also have these items linked down below in the description if you guys want to go ahead and check them out. We'll start with the ground first. There's our first crimp. Let me know what you guys think. I also started the ones for the car side. I'll just go ahead and finish them off over there because these wires are a little bit shorter. That's a little bit better. The heat shrink came out. For the truck side wiring, it doesn't matter on which side you connect blue or green. Just make sure to have them individual or separately. Alright, they're connected, so you can't really get it wrong. It's just a ground signal and it's a momentary touch. I'll go ahead and try it out right here. The tow haul's already on because they probably touched, but there it's off, on, and off. We're just going to be doing it with the actual switch and running the power for the LED. But if you leave it like this, it'll already work. Just make sure to cover them up with the heat shrink because you don't want them accidentally touching behind the dash. This side of the plug is done, and you can see the wire coming down right there. I was able to snake the wire through and come out this way. And there's my connector. This one just pulls out as well. You can either pull this whole piece out or just a dimmer switch by itself. My Silverado's a 9902, and I don't want my switch to dim, so I'll hook it up to the headlight or parking light wire, which is on pin A, light blue. If you want your switch to dim, you can hook it up to the dimmer wire, which is this dark green on pin K. And for the ground, we're just going to be using the black wire, straight black to black, and our red wire is going to go to the light blue. You can also use the open barrels on the stock wiring, but you won't be able to slide on the heat shrink unless you cut it in half, and I didn't want to do that, so I'll just go ahead and use some 3M tape. We can put this back together. I gotta replace the knob as well. The switch is already mounted. From the back you can see the factory clip is here, and in this space it should be okay. Here's how it looks from the back. This empty slot and the factory clip will go down here. You want to test it out before you put it back. There's parking light, you can see it light up on and off, and the tow haul switch should work. All right, there it is, you can see it. It's all back together, but let's go ahead and try it out one more time. There's ignition, the headlights are on, so we got the light on the LED switch. If you press it, you got your tow haul. Turn it on and off just by pressing it. If we cut the lights off, the LED will also go off on the switch, but it'll still work just like factory. And from the back, I think it looks much better versus that rubber boot. Let's see. There it is, but you guys let me know what you think on the red stitching, or if you prefer a different color. We got the wood grain steering wheel, and there's a little bit more light out, so you can see the shift boot much better. There's a side view. I'll remove the steering wheel so you can see it. Yeah, it's a real small detail, but it makes a big difference. It gives it a complete look, and it feels nicer. But you guys let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this content, don't forget to like and share. And if you want to see how I did the quick release on the Tahoe, check out the next video here.